and N stands for Node.js. Okay, so let us understand one by one. Okay, this MongoDB, see, in order to develop a website, first thing is we need to develop two things. Okay, one is front end. Front end in the sense the design where the user can interfere with it. Let's say we have developed some website. Okay, let's say let's go to our Corizon. I think Corizon has website, right? Let's check it. See, this is their website. Okay, if you see here, whatever you are seeing here, this text, these buttons, these images, uh, these dialogues, these will all come under front end. Okay, front end is made up of three files. What are those according to our understanding from yesterday? What is this website made up of?
HTML, CSS,
And
JavaScript.
JavaScript. Okay, this structure is given by HTML. This designs, that means this color, this anime, this color, this orange color here, or this button shape here, these are all given by CSS. And see, some animations are happening, and when I click on this, something is happening. This is given by JavaScript. Okay, so this comes under front end. So when it comes to backend, that means, see, whatever data you are seeing here, this is not static data. That means this data might change at any time. It is not fixed. Now, if I want to change this text, should I change the code directly? We have written some code. Okay, we have written some HTML code. If I want to change this text, I should change the code. Is it possible for developers to every time change the code? No, na?
No,
Yes or
sir.
no? No. So what they do is they will connect their website to a server. Okay. What that server will do is whenever you are loading your website, that server will return you that data. Okay. Instead of directly writing this entire text in our code, what we will do is we will send a request to our server. That server will understand our request and it will give us the HTML or anything, any data. Okay. So here, in order to develop the front end where the user can interfere, we use three things: HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. But from the server side, in order to understand that, like whenever we send a request, the server should understand it, what we are asking. So there you need another language or another programming language or another scripting language. Okay. There we use our Node.js. Okay, which comes the fourth one. Okay, Node.js is a server side programming. Okay, it is an server side programming. It is also a JavaScript framework. It also comes under JavaScript, but it runs in the server side. Okay, you can think it as a part of JavaScript which is used to run in the server. Understood this point?
Yes, sir.
Everyone, sure?
Sir, can you repeat like?
See, whenever any website, let's say I'm opening this website. Now this data is not static data. Static means, see, if I inspect on this, if I click on inspect, whatever data we are getting here, data in the sense this text, let's say, see, now they have softwares. Okay, let me click on softwares. I will make it clear to you. Okay, these are the softwares which they are having now. Now what if I want to add another software? What can I do? Should I change the code? If I change the code, what happens? It will change in my local copy only. For all the users, it won't change. Okay, so what they do is they will add this data onto their database. Okay, and whenever the user is required to take it, he can access it from their server. Okay, server is the one which serves you with data whenever it's needed. Okay, understood this?
Yes, sir.
So for the front end part, we need HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Okay, and for the server side programming we need Node.js. Okay, Node.js, what it will do is it will arrange the path. Like let's say from server you need your data, right? It will create paths. It will understand our requests. See, whenever I click on something here, if I click on home, if you see this link here, okay, ignitetech.com/home. This is the path. That means this data is coming from this path. Okay. See, if I click on softwares, it will go to ignitech.com/software library. Okay. This is another path. So what we will do is in the server, we will store all the data, and for each data there will be a path. Okay. Let's say for home page, there is a path. For unlimited, there is a path. For every component of our website, we will declare paths. Okay, for every screen, let's say for this screen we will give this path, for second screen we will give another path, and whenever I enter that path, it will request the server to get the data from that path. Okay, and so that we can retrieve it. Understood this point?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now what is this MongoDB? Now see, server itself cannot store any data. It needs a database. Database means, let's say there are books with you. You want to store it. Where you will store it? You will store it in a library, right? So in the same way, MongoDB is a library. It is a database, which means where we can store our data. Okay. It is a NoSQL database. Okay. It is a NoSQL database. Okay. NoSQL means, remember this word, NoSQL. Okay. There are two types of databases actually in the market, which is SQL and NoSQL. SQL stands for uh, sequenced query language. Okay, I guess
Uh,
SQL the data is
Structure.
stored in structured query language. Sorry for that, structured query language. So in SQL the data will be stored in table formats. Okay, uh, in table formats. But whereas in NoSQL the data is stored in the form of key value pairs. I will tell you about this later. Okay, let's say for example I'll tell you. Okay, it is stored like this. Okay, this is the key, let's say name. Okay, and this is the value, which is Jayasurya. I'll expand it. And I can put a comma and I can add another value, key age. Okay, I'll put a colon, let's say 23, comma city, let's say Kazipet. Okay, this is one way of storing the data. Now this name is there, na? This is the key. Okay, name is the key and this is the value. We are differentiating these two with a colon. Okay, understood this?
Yes, sir.
In NoSQL database the data is stored in this way. Okay, whereas in SQL database it is not stored like this. It is stored as tables, like let's say name, age, and what it will do is, under name it will give all the names, let's say Jayasurya, and under this another name. Understood what I'm trying to tell here?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Jayachandra, everyone, four of you. Yes,
Yes, sir.
and I can write here Hedge. Okay, so MongoDB is a NoSQL database, and I am pretty sure, and I am telling you, NoSQL database is very much fast, and it is very much accurate. That means most of the companies, even your Carizo, this uses NoSQL database itself, I guess, because when it comes to SQL database, get, like retrieving your data from tables is very hard. Okay, so we have understood our database. Okay, so what it will do, this server is our mediator. Okay, website is the one which is used by user. He will request the server. What the server will do, server will understand the request. It will send a request to the database. The database will return the data, and the server will check it whether the data is correct or not, and if it is correct, it will send us. Understood this?
Yes, sir.
It is a three-way path: website, server, database. Website will request server, server will request database, database will give, server will check it whether the data is right or not. If it is right, then it will send us. Okay, now let us come to express.js. Okay, express.js is also a node.js framework. Okay, it is used for developing website itself. It comes under the front end itself, but express.js is used to navigate between two screens, multiple pages. Okay, we can use HTML, CSS also to navigate, but this frameworks makes it easy for us. Okay, it makes easy the development of front end and back end as well. Okay, you will get to understand express.js in a detailed way, and react.js is totally front end. React.js is totally the components, like see here you are seeing, right? This home is a component, unlimited is a component, solutions is a component, software is a component. React.js comes under total front end. Like here, whenever you are using React.js, you won't use HTML, CSS, and JS. Everything is combined, okay, into JS. Like with JS only, we are going to develop the front end, back end, and all. But in that, these three are mixed. Okay, in that React.js, you will use HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, but in a easy way. Okay, understood? I just gave an overview. Whenever we are doing those, it will be easy for you all. Okay, MongoDB is the database, Express.js is for front end, React.js is for front end, and Node.js is server side. Express.js, don't tell it like it's for front end. It is like uh, it comes under a Node.js framework. We have Node.js, right? So we use Express.js to connect our app with Node.js. Okay, it's like uh, mediator, mediator between our server and website. Okay, understood? Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Don't get confused. If you have any confusion, also you can ask me any doubt. Do you have any doubts up to now? See, initially there may be confusion, like a bit of confusion, but whenever we are going through that concept, I will explain you in detail. Okay? Yeah. So in today's session, we have understood about three things, four things: MongoDB, Express.js, React.js, and Node.js. Now, in order to develop a website, we need three things for must: HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Okay. Now let us try to understand HTML today. Okay. This is the first stage of HTML. Okay. So what does HTML stands for? Anyone?
Hypertext markup language.
It's hypertext markup language. Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
So where is this? Yep. Yeah. It is hypertext markup language. Okay. Let us understand this first. Okay. Hypertext markup language. Let us understand the word hypertext. Okay. Do you know hyperlink? Have you heard about hyperlink?
The links to go to any website, sir.
Yes. So it has a path. Okay. Now let's say this is our screen. Okay. Now if I clicked on this one, it will take to this screen. If I clicked on this one, it will take to this screen. Okay. Hyperlink. Hyperlink means the link which will navigate you to other screen. Okay. You can understand in that way. If you go to Wikipedia, see, or else let me go to one website, w3.org. Okay, if you see here, see, this is an hyperlink. When I click on this, it will take me somewhere. See, this is a hyperlink. Okay, this is a hyperlink. Okay, like now let me click on this. It is taking me to somewhere. Okay, now let me click on this. It is taking me somewhere. Now let me click on this. It is taking me somewhere. That is hyperlink. Okay, understood? Understood hypertext in HTML?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Now let us understand the next markup language. Markup means, see, let's say when I put this in double quotes, what does this mean? You are marking a text in double quotes. What does that mean?
String, sir.
Okay, string. According to your understanding, it is string. Normal in general way. If I write something in double quotes, what do you think?
Content like,
Important.
Any quotation, right?
yeah, quotation or content.
Quotation. That means we are marking something at the front and at the end, and we are giving it some value. Let's say if I put double quotes, uh, this becomes a quote. Okay. In the same way in HTML, there are so many tags. Like if you want bold, there is bold tag. If you want italic, there is italic tag. So what you can do is you can mark your text in between those tags, so that uh, it will replicate something. Okay, understood? See, in previous example, let's say if I want bold, we used to underline. Okay, if I want to delete italic or bold or underline, I used to round up. If I want to flush left, I used to keep this. Okay, some if I want italic, I used to underline. In the same way, in HTML, it is a hypertext markup language. That means it will mark up your text. That means it will give some structure to your text. Okay, understood? We can define HTML as HTML defines the content and structure of the website. Okay, it defines how the content should be. Okay, it defines the content and structure of the website. Okay, let me give you an example. Okay, let me give you an example. I will go to CodePen. Okay, CodePen is a website where you can write some small codes. Okay, I'll just log in. I think I have my account. Yeah, yeah. See, here we are going to write our HTML. Here we are going to write our CSS. Here, now we don't need CSS. Okay, I'll just close this. Minimize. I'll minimize JavaScript editor. Okay, now if I write here some text, let's say I have written my name. Okay, now if I run this, see, this is the actual output. You'll see it here only. Okay, okay, this is our HTML. Okay, if I write my name, it is printing the same. Okay, now if I wrap this, mark this inside a tag which is called h1. Okay, I will close this tag h1. See, now what happened? This is heading 1. Okay, H stands for heading. Okay, now if I mark this inside h2, let me write my name. It is a heading with a lesser size. Okay, let me give h3. Understanding?
Yes, sir.
See, h3. Okay, understood? So what we will do is in HTML is nothing but whatever text or whatever text or whatever text is there, whatever plain text or any text is there, you will mark that inside tags. That itself is HTML. Okay, clear?
Yes, sir.
HTML stands for hypertext markup language. Okay, now see, if I give bold. Okay, let me give B. B stands for bold. Okay, let me give Santosh. I will close this. Or else it is coming strong. See, if I directly give Santosh, how it will be. If I give it in bold, how it will be. Santosh is like this. Are you able to see? See, now it is like this. But now when I keep it inside B, what is happened to it? It has become bold. Understanding? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Everyone, four of you. Deep Kumar,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Shubham. Okay, fine. Okay, now we have understood about HTML. Okay. See, there are so many tags in HTML. Like let's say 30 to 40 tags. These are all the tags. Okay, all HTML 5 tags. Don't worry, it is very simple. You don't need to remember these all also. Okay, I'll tell you all those. Okay. Now let us let us try to build this website. Okay, this is a sample website, which is for example. Now can you tell me, for getting this, which tag should I use? This one,
H1,
H1. Okay. For this one,
H4 or like
okay.
H3,
For this one,
H6, H5.
H6,
okay,
5.
fine, very good. Okay, now let us try to develop this. Okay, you can ask me, there are so many tags, how can I know about every tag? Okay, that is where documentation plays the major role. Now if I want to know how this small tag works, what you can do is, there are few websites, they give you documentation. Okay, you can go to Dave Docs, which is my favorite, davedocs.io. Okay, here if you want html, you can go to html elements. Okay, not elements, we need, wait, elements. Yeah, see, if I click on h6, it will tell me about h6. Okay, uh, usage heading information can be used by user agents to construct. This is the detailed understanding of h1. Okay, with example. Okay, this is the one type of documentation, and other one is W3 schools, which is also the best one. W3 schools H1. See, defines H1 defines the most important heading. H6 defines the least important heading. Okay, browser support, it supports in Chrome, all this. Okay, so if you want to know about anyone in detail, you can go here. Understood this? Yes.
Yes, sir.
See guys, documentation is very important when you are developing something. Okay, now let us develop this. Okay, see, now in order to develop this, we need an environment where we can write our code. We cannot directly write our code in what say Notepad. If I write code in Notepad, can I run that? We need somewhere someone to execute our code. That means we are giving instructions. We are just giving instructions. Someone should understand that and execute it and show you. Who is doing that here? Tell me. Who is understanding HTML? We have written H1 Jayasurya. We have closed it. Who is understanding that H1 means heading
Server,
1?
sir.
Who? Server.
Yes, sir.
You are wrong. It's not server. Any guess again? Still think of it.
VS Code.
Not VS Code. Where we are executing what we have written. We have written HTML. Where we are executing it.
browser,
Yes, browser is the correct answer. whatever we are writing, it is executed in browser. Browser has a compiler inside. Compiler means it will understand our instructions. Let's say if you write C language, someone should compile it and understand it and show you the output. In the same way, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, all these are understood by browser. Browser itself is a compiler for us. Okay. See, whenever I open something, something is opening. That means our browser should understand that first of all. Okay. So browser is the one which is executing our HTML. Okay. See, whenever you open some website, at the end it will be HTML. See, let me show you. Whenever I copy this, okay, I'll paste it here in our meet. See, it will show dot html at the end. Actually, it should show. It is not showing it. Here at the end, actually, it should show us dot html. Okay, fine. It's not showing, but our entire code, entire script, what we are writing is executed in our browser itself. Okay. Now, if I write code in Notepad, can I execute in browser?
Yes, sir.
Maybe, sir.
Maybe we can, but see, Notepad has the feature of executing the code. Do Notepad have that feature? No,
Sir,
na?
yes, sir.
Notepad plus plus it is possible, which is
Uh,
upgraded
by,
version. I am telling
by
about no.
saving as a .html, we can
By
run it.
saving we can do that. Yes, exactly. We can save it .html and we can run that file. Good. But whenever you are writing code, is it needed to write the same line fully? Let's say h1 is there. Should I type this angular bracket? Let me show you here. Whenever I'm writing something, should I need to write this entire thing like this, like this? See, for a developer, writing code is always a hard thing, like writing everything. Okay, we need a environment where if I write, instead of writing like this, what I can do is I can, in a code editor, if I write h1, it will automatically detect. Okay, I'll show you, which is VS Code. Okay, see, I will open VS Code. We call this as integrated development environment. Okay, remember this. Okay, here I'll create a folder for our files. I'll create our projects. Let me give it as our projects. Okay, now I will file, I will open that folder. Okay, our projects. Okay, now inside this I will create a new file. Let's say any file. Okay, index.html. Okay, HTML. Now see here, if I write h1, it will automatically detect and it will write. Is it possible with VS Code? So sorry, Notepad?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No. So this IDE stands for Integrated Development Environment. That means in order to develop something, we need an environment where we can write our code, we can execute our code, we can see our output. Okay. In order to run this, see now I can directly run it from here. I'll just put my name here and I will run it without debugging. You can run it on Chrome. See now it will show us the output. Okay, understood? But this kind of feature is not there in Notepad. Okay, we need an environment. Okay, so now let us start developing our sample website. Okay, this one. Now what I should do? Tell me. First one is h1. Okay, I will type the adventures. What is there in that? Adventures of the world. Okay, now under this it is there by, let's say, h6, or else there is another tag which is paragraph p. If you type pre, it will show very small like a paragraph. Okay, by, I'll put by, and the other one is, let's say, h4. I'll take h4 by, let's say, Jayasuriya. Okay, now if I run this, I'll run. Okay, See, our file is getting executed. Our HTML file is getting executed. Index.html. See the path: C drive, users, OneDrive, desktop. Inside desktop, our projects folder. Inside this is getting executed. Okay. Now, if I inspect, see what is there. It is showing something. I'll tell you about this later. From here, you see. Okay. H1P. See, whenever I am clicking on this, it is highlighting that. Are you seeing?
Yes, sir.
So now let me align this according to this, and there are some line up. Okay, see here, that is horizontal rule. HR, horizontal rule means horizontal line. Okay, I'll put one more below. See what it is giving. Actually, it is giving structure to our website. Are you understanding? This is giving structure, which means first you give horizontal rule. Okay, and after that you gave H1, which is text. We are structuring our website. Understood? Now if I run, see, I got lines. Okay. Before going to this, I will tell you one thing. See, there are two types of tags. Okay. See now, this one. See, in this, if you see, this is our start tag, this is our end tag, and inside this middle we will write our content. Okay. Whatever you write, it will be converted according to this tag. H1 says that this text should be big, it should be bold. That's why our text is coming big and bold. Understood?
Yes, sir.
And if I write BR means it's a break tag. That means, see, if I want a gap, if you see here, we have gap between these two. BR means line break. That means I want gap, BR, and after this also I'll put a BR. It is a self-closing tag. See, for H1, I am closing it here, but this BR does not require any closing tag because it itself is a closing tag. Okay. How can I know that some tag is self-closing or not? Again, documentation. Okay. If you see here, if you go to webdoc, let me go for BR tag. Where it is it? See, BR. It is a BR tag inserts a single line break. Okay. Not to be added space between paragraphs. Uses to enter line breaks. See here, this is an example. So see, B is also a self-closing tag. B means bold. Okay. So there are self-closing tags as well as tags which we should close. Okay. Now if you see our output, you will get a gap. Okay. Now if you see, this horizontal roll is a bit thick, right? When it compared to this. Okay. Yes or no? So now if I want that, what can I do? See, this HR is a horizontal role. Okay, this is our HTML element, and we can give an attribute which is called size. Based on the size, it will change. Okay, now let me come here. I will give size to this. He has given 3. What we will do is we will give it 4. See, it is automatically detecting. That is the use of IDE. Size equal to 4. Now if I run, see the output. It is picked, but what's happening here is, if you see, let me zoom it. It is giving you only border. Okay, so there is another property which is you have to say it no shade. Okay, no shade means just say it no shade. Okay, and here also you should say no shade. That means it won't give you any border now. Now if I refresh, see, understood? Yes.
Yes.
So now let us understand about, see, this is actual how we write our HTML code. Okay, we will learn about so many tags. Okay, before going to this, there is boilerplate code for HTML. That means whenever you are writing HTML, you should follow some pattern. Okay, pattern means now I am directly writing h1 hr. This is not good at all. You should not write like this. Okay, I'll just comment it. You don't know, I'll tell you about comment as well. Okay, understand this. Okay, I'll just remove everything. Fine. uh, okay. Mm, See, I'll tell you about comments. First, I'll tell you. See, this is our code, right? Now, if I don't want to execute this line, what I can do is I can comment it. I can select this and press Control slash. Okay. Now this line will not be executed. Okay. See the commenting style. It is commenting like this. Now, if I run, see that won't come. Okay. It will be there in the code, but it won't execute. Okay. Now, if I want to remove, I can again press Control slash. Forward slash. Okay, now I'll comment everything. Okay, just for understanding. See, now boilerplate means if I put this symbol, this is our boilerplate code. Let me wait, remove this for a while. Okay, I'll explain you from first line. Boilerplate means, see, I'll tell you. I have some image, explain you that. Where is this? uh, are you understanding, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Sure.
Yes.
See, whenever we write a letter, we will follow some structure, right? Like
Yes.
the date should be at the top. Wait, it's loading. Like the address should be at the top, then the dear part, then the body part, then the thanks part, then the last one. Okay, in the same way HTML also should follow a structure. Okay, so here if you understand, this is our HTML boilerplate. See, I will explain you one by one. This line tells that document type, that means the document which we are writing is an HTML type. Okay, doc type means document type. HTML in the sense, HTML has so many versions. Okay, now we are using HTML5. Okay, HTML5. Now when you put like this, when you put this line doc type HTML, this line will tell our browser that this file is using HTML5. Understood? Done with this line?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now we need to write our actual HTML code. Okay, actual HTML tag comes in. Okay, this HTML tag will tell that whatever you write inside this is HTML. Language English. That means whenever you run this file, this we will write, we are writing, right? We are writing in our .html where index. Whenever you run this file, it will be run in English language. En means English. Okay, English means it's not that you cannot write other language inside this. Do you know voice explanation? Some for some deaf people, if they don't, for some like whoever who can't see, they will listen through voice, right? So for them it is useful. This has only purpose for them. Okay, and this is the heading part. Heading means uh, the one here you can't, whatever you write inside this head part, it won't be seen in your website. It is seen here, this part. This is our heading part. Okay, if I see, I will do it, I will explain you with example. Okay, I will just remove all this. See, if I change this title now, let's say heading, I'll say Jayasurya's website. Now if I run, will I get any output? Tell me.
Yes, sir.
See, now I'm running this. You will see nothing. But here you will see Jayasurya's website. Understood?
Yes, sir.
This is the title part. Okay. And let us understand this meta tag. Meta tag means like this is the encoding. Encoding means uh, previously there used to be encodings like let me explain you it in a simple way. When it comes to binary, you will write only 0 1. Okay. uh, before English has come in, there are so many other languages. Okay, when you use UTF-8, this tells that in this website you can use any language. Okay, understood this? Like inside this body, you can write any language. Let's say you can add any symbols. Now if I run, see it is coming. If you don't give this, it won't come. It may actually by default browsers will understand it, but it's better to mention. If I won't give also, it will come. I guess it will come, but by default our browser will understand, but it is better to mention this. Okay, this heading part is entirely related to this part. Okay, now the actual body comes from here inside this. Okay, now what I will do, I will paste all this. I will just uncomment this and I will paste this inside this. Okay, now if I run this, you will see our output. Okay, understood?
Yes.
Okay, see, should I remember everything? Should I remember every line of code? You don't need it. What you can do is you can just directly type exclamatory mark. Okay, and click on it. It will give you default boilerplate. Okay, see, this meta tag tells that this is compatible. This code which you are writing, this HTML file is compatible with Edge. Edge means previously, before Internet Explorer, Edge used to be used. These lines actually are not required, but also you should mention them. Okay, meta means it tells about where you are running your actual code. And this is about our viewport, like viewport in the sense how much width should I take. There are different screens with different sizes, right? Some may be opening our website in mobile. It should be adaptive to that. Our file should be adaptive to that. So in order to do that, we should write this. Okay, these three are not mandatory, but it is better to mention. Okay, actual our code comes from here. Okay, understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sure.
Yes, sir.
Okay, see, we can develop a website only in HTML as well. Okay, if I show you, there is a website. Okay, do you know how Yahoo looks in 1990s? Let me show you. There is some website, I couldn't remember that website name. Wait 1 minute. One minute, I will just this one. Webarchive.web.archive.io, I guess what it is. Ah, web dot see, now if I search for yahoo.com here inside this www.yahoo.com, it will give us how the website looked from the past. If I go to 1996, and they have launched this on October 2nd. If I open this, see how the Yahoo website looks. It will open up. Wait, this is how it used to look. Now Yahoo, if you see, what is missing in this, can you tell me?
Styling, sir.
Which file gives the styling?
CSS.
Yes, here CSS file is missing. Now if I right click, see, right click and click on inspect is also not there. That means that time inspect is there. See, it consists only the HTML, no CSS. Now you can clearly understand this. See, at the end you can understand. See, BR. If I click on this BR, see, if I click on this center, now actually here, see, wait, I'll come back to our code. I'll write Jayasuriya's website. Now I want this entire to be in the center, right? So I should wrap this with center tag. SCTR. Did our website come in the center? Wait, let me check. These all should come to center, right? Why it is showing in red? Let us try. See, it came to center. Okay. So see now, this is what they have built, Yahoo. Okay. Now let us learn about some tags so that you will understand this. Okay. Now up to now we have learnt about what tags. Can you just recall? We'll write it here. What tags we have learnt? Tell me. You should tell me.
H1 heading tags,
H1 to H6. Okay. Heading
H6
tags. Next.
paragraph,
Paragraph tag. Next.
Center.
then
Yeah,
break break tag.
BR. Okay. Break
Yeah,
tag.
Center tag.
HR tag.
yeah, chart
Center
tag,
tag.
center tag.
Still bold tag. Still anything? HTML tag. Head tag. These are also tags. If you see here,
Body tag.
body tag. Very good.
title.
Body tag. Title tag. See now, we have learnt up to now at most 10. If you see this image, where is this? See, almost like 10 are completed. Only these many are there. See, if you see, all will be there in this. See, meta tag. We forgot meta. Now, can you tell me which tag is for what? First one is for
Heading.
heading. P is
Heading.
Heading,
for BR is for
BR.
Paragraph.
Break.
Break.
P for break,
HR is for
uh,
Horizontal line.
Rule.
horizontal
center.
line,
Center is for
center
Centering the
is
item.
B is for
bold,
Bold.
Bold.
HTML is for
Containing all other tags.
yes. It is the root tag. You can tell it as root tag. Okay. Head is the
Heading on
yeah.
top
It
of the page.
yes. Heading, and it tells how our HTML code should be written. If you see here inside head only, we are writing meta as well. Okay. Meta is for telling what content should be present in the website. Okay. Next, body tag is the actual body. Title tag is the title which comes on the top of our website. Okay. We can change this icon as well. I'll tell you about that later. Okay. Now let us learn about one tag. Okay. Oh, fine. Up to now clear.
yes sir,
Okay. See now, when I put, see, some tags, they are in two types. If you take bold tag, bold can be written as B as well as strong. See, I'll type B, P, let me write another word. I'll type here, I'll type B tag, bold. I'll type Santosh, okay. And here I will take strong, okay. Here I'll write Shubham. Sorry if the spelling is wrong, okay. Now if you see, these two are in bold. And you tell me, why did they come in one line?
No break, sir.
Not about break. If I put break, what happens? Let us see. Did I keep break for everything then? Here for H4 and HR I didn't put, right? Now it came, okay. But here in between, if I remove this BR, by should be coming side by this, right? If I remove that, but it's not coming. Why? Because there are few tags. We call this as inline and inline tags. That means BR and strong are inline. That means strong and B are inline tags. That means whenever you give two tags side by side, they will come in one line. BR, B and strong are same. Okay, understood? Understood this? B and strong are same. It gives bold. Okay, but you should always prefer to use strong because there is a subtle difference between these two. B only changes the style of this content. Okay, only the style. This changes the entire content. Okay, remember this. It changes only the style. That means Santosh will be printed and it will only, this B will only add style to that. But what strong will do is it will write that Shubham directly strong. Did you get it? It will write Shubham directly strong. It won't write Santosh directly strong. First it will write Santosh normally and then it will add bold to that. Okay, understood this? Only subtle difference. Yes or no? First it
Yes,
will
sir.
write Santosh normally and then it will do it bold. This is about B. But strong will won't do like that. It will, whenever it's writing only, it will write in bold. Okay. And what if I want italic? I can put I. Sorry. I'll put I. Okay. Now if I refresh, see Santosh is italic. Okay. I'll just remove this. Now we can write I in two types as well. Another one is EM. Okay. EM is also the same. EM also gives you italic. Okay. But which one should I use? Can anyone guess? Hello. Can you guess like which one should I use?
EM, sir.
We should always use EM because this will only style it, but this will change the entire content. Okay. So we learnt about these two. Now let us know about image tag. What if I want to add some, tomorrow we will develop some website. For now, okay, for now I am telling you how to add image. Okay, for image we have image tag. Okay, but it has two attributes. What do we call them? If you see here, what is this attribute? Okay, understood?
Yes, sir.
So here we should give the source of the image, from where you want to load the image. Alt means alternate. That means if your image is not loaded, what should I show in alternate? Okay, do you understand? Here you can either give a link or you can directly give an image. What I'll do is I'll just give some image. Okay, let me take my image. I'll just copy the link. See, this image is loaded from, if you see here, if you see here, when I paste this, this image is loaded from F6S. This is a website. They have uploaded my image. Okay, this image is uploaded by F6S. Okay, what if their server is down? What if their server is down? This link will not work. Okay, if this link won't work, what it will do is it will go to alternate. Let us type image loading like this. Okay, now if I run, see the output. Did it come? What is this? My system has some issue, I guess. Okay, understood?
Yes, sir.
See, you can change image again. Whatever image you want, you can put it. Now here I am taking it from network. That means from Google. We can do it in either way. Like you can add it directly here and give this path from your system. Loaded. Okay. Now what if I just change this? I am just removing some files. Now what will print? Can anyone tell?
Sir, incorrect path, so alternate will be
Alternate
exhibited.
will be coming. Sure. See, it is saying image loading. Did you see this break symbol anytime? So many websites will give you this, if you could remember. Did you see it somewhere?
Yes, sir.
That means image is not loading properly. Understood?
Yes.
Okay, this is about our image tag, and you can give size as well. If you keep cursor MDN reference. MDN means MDN documentation. If you click on this, it will take you to a website which tells you about image tag. See image tag. Here you can give so many. These are the attributes. Okay, so many attributes you can give. Height, width, all these are attributes. See, we can give height and width as well. Height, let's say 100. You can increase and decrease all those. Actually, I changed the image, right? So it is now small. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Did you actually understand how HTML is running? Not just the code. What's happening behind? Are you understanding? Now, now onwards, whenever you open any website, you should understand this. Array, they have written this structure in HTML and this is running in the browser. Now this text is like this because of H1. You should understand all those. Will you able to understand? Are you understanding in that core level? Yes?
Yes.
Sir.
Okay, fine. That should be the thing. Okay. Now let's say if I want some hyperlink. Okay. Now a image tag is completed. Let me add it here. Okay. Now if you see yahoo.com, when I click on this, it is taking me somewhere. It is loading slowly. So these are all hyperlinks. Okay. Now in order to get hyperlink, we use a tag which is called anchor tag A. Okay. Here you should give the reference. Reference means where should this tag take you? Okay. Now if I type here www.google.com, it will take me to google.com. If I type here, you should type the text. So this tag will be hyperlinked. So when you click on this, it will take you to this. Understood? This is reference. href means reference. Okay. Google will be hyperlink. When you click on this, it will take you to this. Let us run on this. Now if I type on this Google, it will take me to google.com. Understood? Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Why it's not taking? Did we write anything wrong? www.google.com.
HTTPS.
I guess. Let me type something. Let us try some. Let me type this. See, it is taking. Okay? Understood?
Yes, sir.
Is it not? Is it not easy? Like whenever you are understanding everything in the core level, is it not easy? Okay. So now let us try to see how these dots are coming. Okay. This is we call it as HTML list. Okay. We completed our anchor tag. Where is this? And I want to ask one thing, like, do you guys want session every day or you want breaks in between? It's as per your wish.
Every day.
Sir, it is good for every day.
But it is told to me that you should take 3 sessions per week. But I'll try to take 5 sessions maximum. Okay.
Yes, sir. No problem.
Saturday and Sunday I'll try to neglect. Give me 1 minute. I'm getting a call. Okay. Fine. Yeah. So now in order to get this, we use HTML list. Okay. Now you don't know about list. What you will do if you want to know about list, what you will do first? You should check the documentation. So I'll type here HTML list. Okay, HTML list. Let's say W3 schools. See here. If you want to get this list, it is called unordered list. If you want to get 1, 2, 3, 4, it is called ordered HTML list. How you will get unordered list? UL. Inside this, you should write each list item. Okay. LI stands for list item. UL stands for unordered list. If you want order list, OL, which is ordered list. LI stands for list item. Okay. Understood? Description list. That means the item will be lengthy. Okay. Whenever it is small, you can use LI. If you have big one, then you can use description list. Now here, let us type our list. Tomorrow I will give you one task. Will you do it? Or do you have time to do that? Unordered list. In this, I will put list item. Okay. Jayasuriya. Another list item. Shubham. Another list item. Santosh. Another list item. I am typing 4. Aman. Another list item. Deep. Okay. Now if I run, see, actually it came to the center. We should not give this inside center actually. We don't need in center. We should remove this. When it comes to designing, when we use CSS, you will understand everything. Okay. I will tell you about this alignment and all that when it comes there. Now you just see, we got it. Okay. Understood? Now what happens if I change this to OL? Anyone?
It will display as 1, 2, 3.
Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Understood? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is about basic HTML. Okay. So let us revise what we learned from today's starting. Okay. We understood about first one. I will ask you, what is MongoDB?
NoSQL database.
How the data will be stored?
Key values,
Key
like
value pair, sir.
key values.
Key value pairs. See, the best way to call it is we call this as JSON data. JSON. JSON means JavaScript Object Notation. Remember this. JSON. JavaScript Object Notation. Which is very, 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 very important. This word is very important. JSON. JSON. JavaScript Object Notation. Here the data will be stored in key value pairs. Now from the server, if I want name, I can directly call name. When I call name, what happens is Jayasuriya will be printed. Okay. When I call age, 23 will be printed. When I call city, Kadipet will be printed. What do we call it? Can you guys tell?
JSON.
JSON. JavaScript object notation. Okay, it is a NoSQL database. Here the data is stored in the form of JSON or in the form of key value pairs. Okay, fine. Next, let us come to Node.js. What is Node.js?
Server side.
It is like a intermediate software, like server and
Yes, it is
like a
the
mediator.
server side programming which will handle our request. Like whatever we request, it will be the mediator to give us. Okay. See, server actually runs on Node.js. That means, see, in place of server, you can imagine Node.js. Okay. It will take our request. It will understand our request. It will ask the database for the data. It will check whether the data is correct and it will return us. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Server side programming is actually we are learning full stack web development. See, full stack means you will learn front end. Front end means which we are learning now, HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Back end means you will understand how server also gives you data. Understood?
Yes, sir.
So we are learning full web. That means, see, there are front end developers. They only write HTML, CSS, JavaScript. They won't go to Node.js. But we are learning full stack, MERN stack. So we should learn Node.js as well. Node.js is the actual server part. There the server will be running. So see, whatever request we give, we should only write how to understand that also. Are you understanding? We should only write Node.js as well.
Yes, sir.
We are only sending request. We are only writing how to access this request. We are only creating the database. Everything is done by us. So they call us full stack developers. Okay, understood?
Yes, sir.
In server side, we will be using Node.js. In our front end side, we will be using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. And we can also add React.js, Express.js. These are the easy parts of HTML, CSS, and JS. Understood? See, instead of doing three different files, what they will say is you can do it in React directly. You don't need HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. But React is also built from HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Okay? Understood? It
Yes, sir.
makes easy for us to uh, develop the front end part using React.js. Previously, this React.js is not there. This is given by Facebook. React Native is given by Facebook. That means mobile app development. React.js is itself there. It is a, and remember, very very important. All these what we are learning. See, are you observing one thing? React.js, Node.js, Express.js. What is the same thing in all of those?
JavaScript, sir.
JavaScript.
So JavaScript is the main language which you need to understand. If you understand JavaScript, it's very easy to understand React.js, Express.js, Node.js, all that. JavaScript is the core. Okay.
Yes, sir.
It is the actual functionality of the website. HTML, CSS gives only the front end part. Okay. JavaScript is the actual functionality. Okay. So I think by within 4 to 5 days, we will complete HTML, CSS. 4 days, I guess. By tomorrow and day after tomorrow, I'll complete HTML and CSS. When we are doing some projects, I'm telling you, we will do some projects in between. Okay. We will at the end, we will try to at least develop 2 to 3 websites so that you will have hands-on experience. Okay. And it's not only up to this. If you are doing good, if you are doing everything good after this your course, like Chorizo course, we can catch up and we can do some other projects as well. Okay. It's not up to this course. I'll be with you forever. Okay. Any time if you have any doubts, you can ask me. My contact is with you. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So today we have learned about tags, okay, HTML. Can you just tell me what is the meaning of HT, hypertext?
Markup language.
Okay, hypertext markup. What does hypertext stands for? Stands
Text
for in the
between
sense
tags.
it is linking. Like I want to move from one link to other link. That we call it as hypertext. Okay. And markup language means we are marking up something. Like if I mark up some text in B, it will become bold. If I mark up some text in I, what it will become?
Italics.
Italic.
Italic. If
Italic.
I mark up some text in, let's say HR, it will give horizontal rule.
Line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that is it. And next we learned about many tags like body tag, boilerplate. Okay. What is the shortcut to get boilerplate? Sorry, there is a power issue. Every day it's doing. What is this? Yeah. Hello. Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Aman went. Why? I think it's dinner time. So, okay. I'll close it up here. Okay. So tomorrow again we will have a quiz on this. Get ready for that, such that it will be a revision, and I will share the recording. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you for your patience. Let's
Thank you,
meet
sir.
tomorrow. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Bye bye. Take care.
Okay. Bye.
Have a good day.